Hey guys, what is up? So I am excited for the next gen systems, and it's not really excitement so much for the next gen games, but for the performance boost and faster load times. As you get older, you really don't want to waste as much time sitting in front of load screens when you could be doing something else. So previous systems have had backwards compatibility, but it's usually just a case of being on par with the previous generation. And in many cases, we've had systems with no backwards compatibility at all. But this time, both the Xbox and PlayStation will be backwards compatible to some extent with a performance boost. Load times, and in some cases resolution and frame rates, will be increased as well. So there's actually a bit of incentive for me to pick up the new systems right away. I mean, I don't usually care about launch lineups too much, but being able to play my existing games with faster load times, that's something I can definitely get behind. But today, I mostly want to talk about this $70 price tag on certain games. So right now in the US, we're pretty much accustomed to paying $60 MSRP for big budget AAA games. But with the reveal of yesterday's pricing of the PlayStation 5, it was also revealed what the controllers and games would cost as well. So people took notice of the $70 MSRP on certain games. You've got some people that are upset about paying more, others pointing out inflation as the reason for the price increase and that you're actually spending less money on games compared to 30 years ago after you adjust for inflation. Sure, big studios spend more money to make these games, but you've got a lot more people buying these games now too. And this is very much a business where all of the cost is in creating the initial product, not manufacturing more of them. But I think this is a balancing act that these development studios need to be careful with. People aren't going to just magically have more money to spend on video games just because they cost more. So this money is going to have to go where it makes the most sense. Rather than someone buying 6 AAA games, they may only buy 5 now. Or they'll spend some of that money on cheaper indie games. Or they may go with a subscription service like Game Pass or PlayStation Now. I think the studios should charge whatever they want for their games, but we shouldn't have this preconceived notion that games need to be $70. And I really hope that nobody is pushing this to be a new standard, whether it be Sony, Microsoft, or the development studios. It's okay to charge what you want for a game. I mean, Street Fighter 2 on the Super Nintendo was priced much higher than other games at the time, but we got a lot of value there. This was a game many people could play endlessly with their friends, and in the long run, we were saving money by not pumping quarters into the arcades. And there are a lot of other examples where studios have charged more than MSRP for their games at the time, so I'm fine with this. But I'm not fine with someone saying this is the new standard. So I really hope that this isn't encouragement from Sony to do this, or anyone else for that matter. I mean, for me personally, I'm not going to be paying that, but then again, I don't pay $60 for AAA games either, unless it's a limited edition with a bunch of physical goodies. I'd much rather wait for a sale or play some indie games. I mean, there are so many amazingly great games right now that don't require huge teams to put together. But at the same time, I understand people wanting to play their games right away. I mean, that's when all your friends are playing them and people are talking about the game. It's hard not to want to play it on the game's release date. Then there are people that don't really want to play indie games. They want that AAA experience with bleeding edge graphics. Maybe they only have a limited amount of time to play games and they want to spend that time with something that just really will blow them away. But yeah, I mean, charging $70 could be shooting yourself in the foot for some developers, because in a lot of cases that means consumers will need to make sacrifices. If you only release $70 games, then people will probably buy fewer of them, or they'll buy cheaper games, whether that's used or indie. Anyway guys, let me know your thoughts on anything. The game I'm playing right now, by the way, is Dead or Alive Extreme 3. But yeah. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I will see you later.